It's Friday again. Welcome to Pitchside, the Mayo News Sports Weekly. We have no Michael Gallagher today here in Toby's, but we'll try and plough regardless anyway. It's going to be a packed weekend of sport. You have the FAI Cup second round game, huge clash between Castlebar Celtic and Longford Town. You have all of the league finals in the GAA, you have Braithwaite and Crossmaglen Deal Rovers, you have the Division 2 final and plenty more. You also have plenty of cup finals. You have the Benson Cup final and the Tonner Cup final as well. It's going to be a busy weekend, and I'm joined by my colleague Ronan O'Donnell. Ronan, how are things?
Great now, looking forward to a busy weekend of sport here in Mayo.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Listen, we have the main place to start is going to be the Castlebar Celtic game.
Yeah.
I reckon we're all going to be there. I think you're going to be there even in a neutral capacity yourself.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a massive occasion for the town, and I think it could be a big boost for Mayo soccer if Castlebar Celtic can win, which I think they have a decent chance.
Yeah, it's going to be a historic event, but listen, we could sit here and talk about it all day. I think we should maybe look at the Celtic camp. We had Declan Flynn, and he's going to talk to us now. And now we're joined ahead of the FAI Cup second round game with Castlebar Celtic and Longford Town. We're joined by Declan Flynn, the assistant manager. Declan, how are things?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Listen, again, we're looking ahead. This is going to be a great game. But before we go there, I'd like to sort of talk about yourself as well. But I detect a bit of a Nottingham accent, is it?
Yeah, I'm from Nottingham. Moved over in 1998, it's a lifetime ago.
Yeah, what brought you to Mayo, first of all?
We just moved over, emigration, we just moved over, so yeah, I'm here since.
So like, for being from Nottingham, you're a Nottingham Forest fan, are you?
Yeah, absolutely delighted the way things are going the past few years. Now we had a few lean years prior to that, but yeah, big Forest fan, yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't see many Nottingham Forest jerseys when you're walking around Castlebar and Mayo, would you?
There'd be one or two, yeah. Usually it's the Liverpools and the Manchester Uniteds and the Arsenals of this world, but there's a couple, and I'm not alone.
Yeah, based on your playing days, who would you say you're most like in terms of Nottingham Forest, based on your days as centre-back?
Oh, God, I was nowhere near that level, but for me, I always used to like Stuart Pearce as a defender.
Yeah.
Good, hard tackling, solid player.
Yeah, we looking for a Stuart Pearce-like performance from your lads anyway over the weekend?
Well, we've a couple there that could emulate him in the tackle, all right.
Yeah, listen, again, first of all, the first thing we have to talk about is the Super League title. Congratulations, first of all. Listen,
Thanks.
3 in a row is a great achievement. Surely now at this stage it's time to sort of go on and, 2 games to go. You could go unbeaten almost. It'll be a great achievement, wouldn't it?
Oh, it'd be fantastic. Well, that is the aim. I think the past few years we've shown great consistency within the league. And yeah, it'd be lovely to top it off unbeaten.
Yeah, listen, you've shown your class in Mayo certainly, but this could be a bit of a different test. Longford Town coming down, they're a seasoned side. What does it mean to the club? You've been around the block for a while to bring a side of that calibre to Castlebar.
Listen, the whole club, town is buzzing. Really looking forward to it. We know they're a decent side, but we're a good side too. So it should be a good game, good battle. So we're all looking forward to it.
Listen, you've proved your class at that level. Stevie, I know, has played at that level. You've obviously played at that level before. You've played at Daily Park, I've seen in the past. You sort of have that experience. How would you sort of impart that onto your team going into the game?
Well, really, the message that we'd say to the lads is, it's just another game. Granted, the quality, the opposition is slightly higher than what we used to, but at the end of the day, these are the challenges you want, and yeah, we're going to take it as it comes. Yeah,
again, that sort of that success you've had over the last few years, it's been great. But when it comes to sort of caveats, what sort of impact does that have on your squad? You're playing a lot more games than your opposition tend to be. You have to sort of generate a bit of squad depth as such. What challenges does that present for you and for Stevie?
Well, you hit it in a nutshell there. You need a squad. You can't rely on 12, 13 lads. You need your 18, maybe more, if you're going well in the league, that leads on to maybe good runs in the domestic cups, national cups and Connor Cups and whatever. So you do need depth. If you haven't depth, you will find, come the business side of it, you're going to be struggling.
Yeah, and even on that sort of note then, you have that squad depth, but how do you keep those sort of, keep everyone happy? Because everyone must be starting every game. You have 17 or 18 lads there. It's natural there's going to be some sort of issues. How do you balance that as a management team?
Well, it helps when you're winning, but the biggest thing is it's the message you give to the lads. We're all buying into one way of playing the football, and the results are coming. But essentially, it's the attitude of the players. It's the buy-in. It's the want to be involved within a successful team. So again, when you're winning, it does help. But we just stick to what the message is at the beginning of the year, that we have no room for complacency. So if guys aren't performing, or if guys get injured, there's always an opportunity for someone else to come in and fill that role. Yeah,
Castlebar Celtic have achieved plenty of history over the last few years. You go on with that for God knows how long.
Yeah.
But this would be different. What would it mean for you personally to coach a side to the third round of the FAI Cup and take on an established League of Ireland side and beat them and go all the way?
Yeah, well, personally, it'd be fantastic. It'd be fantastic to, just we're there at the minute, and that's a great achievement in itself. But if this thing we get past Longford at the weekend, it would top out anything that I was ever involved in. But we have to beat them first, So we'll see how we get on.
Yeah, and lastly, what would you say to the people of Castlebar, the people of the town and the surrounding area? What would you say to get them out on Sunday evening to the game and to rowing behind the lads and be the sort of 12th man?
Well, year on year, we've seen crowds increase in Celtic Park and followers on the road and what have you. And it's just more of the same. Like, there's going to be great atmosphere at Celtic Park on Sunday. The lads really appreciate everyone that comes out to support us. Local businesses have got on board. It's been fantastic. It's just one more game is how we look at it, and the more the merrier. That's the way we look at it anyway.
Yeah, Declan, thanks a million for coming in and having a chat with us.
No problem at all. Thanks a lot.
And that was Declan. Listen, he's a fascinating man, isn't he, Ronan? He's a bit of a crazy Nottingham Forest fan as well. Yeah. He's interesting to listen to as well. And after listening to him, you'd almost be confident of Castlebar Celtic's chances of winning the game. If I was to give you a fiver now, Ronan, and you were to head down to the bookies and put it on, what scoreline would you give for the game?
I'd go probably a low scoring close game. I'd say 2-1 Celtic. And it's interesting to note now, I looked at Paddy Power in the week and they started off at 7-1 and now they're into 9-2, so there's obviously some people confident about Celtic's chances.
She's shortening and at some stage it'll be an evens match there at that rate. I suppose from my perspective I'd go, it's going to be different for Castlebar Celtic. They're so used to sort of racking up big scores and playing with a sense of abandon and free flowing football. A side coming from the League of Ireland, it might end up being a bit more defensive and cagey. I'd go for maybe a 1-0 Castlebar Celtic, get to the third round, make a bit of history. Yeah, but I suppose that's enough about Castlebar Celtic and their game. There's plenty more sport happening over the weekend. You have the league finals. Ronan, which ones are you going to be going to?
I'll be going to the Division 1 game, Crossmolina and Brafey, and then Division 3 on Sunday between Arda and Ahmore B.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy schedule in McHale Park over the weekend. Division 1, Division 2, Division 3 and Division 4. You have plenty there to look at. Again, it's impossible to predict almost the league finals because it's not quite championship, but it still has a lot. There's a trophy in the line there. Yeah. It's good build up. Who are you backing on that one?
Division 1 now, I think it's hard to see Brafey not winning, I think.
Really?
I think, they haven't won a lot in the past, but David Gavin Cup, obviously a great Brafey man who died a few years ago. And Sean Dean, he's back and he's got them in a good groove. I think Aidan O'Shea is getting on now and they need silverware. And ahead of championship, I think this could be a perfect start for Brafey.
Funny, I'd almost go the other way, Crossmolina, listen, they're a common side. They obviously have a lot of youth, a lot of potential there. They've obviously secured silverware in the last few years. It could stand to them if they're going down into the heat of battle in the last few minutes. There's a few points in it. Again, you have Kobe McDonald there. He'll be vital if he can score like 6 or 7 points and have a good game. More often than not, he does. And if he does that, I'd back them to go over. What do you think of that?
Interesting, yeah. No, Crossmolina, they're a serious side. A lot of young players coming through. I think they've like 5 minors, which is it's great to see for Mayo as well. Like they'll have a say in the championship as well, Crossmolina.
Yeah, listen, it's going to be a busy weekend. We'll have all the action here in Mayo News. If you go on to mayonews.ie, you can find it all there. If you go onto our social medias, onto our Facebook or Instagram, you'll find all the updates there. And on Tuesday in the Mayo News sports section, we'll have all the action as well, including from the meeting of Castlebar Town and Manola in the ladies football. But listen, we could sit here, as I say, all day and talk about football, and Toby's a great place for talking about sport. Plenty of truth told here. But listen, We'll see you next week for Pitchside, the Mayo News Sports Weekly.